Let's see.
R&B has been rescued. That was the latest from Melanie Fiona. And hey, to my right, guess who's in the studio?
Santa Claus.
It's Melanie Fiona. How you
It
doing?
is Melanie Fiona. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I just want to say congratulations on the album. Is really, really nice.
Thank you very, very much.
It is really nice.
Thank you.
You know, we're just sitting here talking about this. Last week we were talking about R&B music and where it's going and just the state of the music. And for people that really sing, people that really do music, appreciate music and go deep into it, we have another superhero.
Thank you. I'm definitely just as much as a fan of good music as I hope everyone is of mine. It is it's a really, really great thing that people are loving it. So thank you.
Yeah. So Toronto,
Canada, born and raised.
Wow. Getting into the game, I saw on your website you were talking about Sam Cooke stuff.
Oh yeah, my parents are music junkies. They listen to so many different types of music, but heavy into soul music. My dad plays guitar. My mom loved to sing. So, you know, for my dad, he was always playing Sam Cooke and Johnny Mathis, Nat King Cole, Patsy Cline, Drifters. So I always loved old soul music. But my mom, she loved big vocalists like Whitney Houston and Barbra Streisand. So for me, it was kind of like the best of both worlds. It was like powerful voices, great songs, great singers of old soul. So you know, it just made me fall in love with music at a very, very young age.
You sound like your mom? You think you sound like your mother? Or does your mother say, oh, my baby is way better than me?
She'll say I'm better than her, but when I was a little girl, my mom was singing with the best of them. My mom was hitting those notes with Whitney Houston and Barbra Streisand, and I remember being a little girl, sitting and looking at her, doing all the cleaning and cooking, just watching her just dumbfounded at like, wow, the power. But you know, my mom always said if you don't use it, you lose it.
Right. Any brothers and sisters?
I have one older brother who's completely tone deaf.
Why is it always one? No, always one in the
I do. I have one. He can draw, and he's super successful and talented in his own right. And he knows good music. Right. But he has one tone, monotone. Just I think he's got one note in his old register. That's it.
Every song's in the same key.
Every song is in the same key, so he's good at that too.
So do you play?
Not publicly. I played piano for 8 years. I did when I was a little girl.
Okay.
But I really wish I would have thugged out when my dad was trying to teach me the guitar. But I was such a girl. I was like, my fingers hurt, and I didn't want to I'm getting calluses. But it's something definitely now I appreciate. I just went to sports in the meantime. After that, I was like, I'm gonna play sports. Okay. So I grew up playing a lot of sports as well. But now the instrument's something I definitely want to get back into. But I've got the blueprint for the piano, so it'll be easy to get back in.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let's talk about the album. Getting into it. Producers, who interests you? What influences? After you did the Sam Cooke and all of the soul stuff.
Definitely.
So
on the album is called The Bridge, and I named it that because I felt like the music really bridged the gap between different genres of music. Although it is really soul based, it is very diverse in the fact that it goes between R&B, hip hop, rock, reggae, and it's not just because this is music that is a fad that I'm trying to follow. More that I did grow up in a diverse city, in a multicultural city, so I am influenced by so many different types of music and culture. So the music definitely does, I think, bridge the gap between, ethnicities, genders, age groups, and of course genres of music. And for me, it was making something that was real, that people could appreciate and celebrate and enjoy forever. Classic, timeless music, that's what I'm into. I'm not really into disposable music, so I wanted to make something that people could appreciate and just fall in love with. So, it's live instrumentation, it's real singing, and more importantly, it's real lyrical content that people, go through on a daily basis. It kills me is that torment of, if you've been in love, you know that story. So, I don't ever sing or do anything that I don't feel that I relate to, or there's somebody out there that doesn't really go through in real life.
Yeah, because you have to make it real, because you have to make it your own.
Absolutely, because if I didn't believe in what I I was singing, whether I wrote it or whether I worked with a writer on it,
Right.
it would show through in my performances. It would show through in the delivery of the songs. On the album, I worked with the amazing Andrea Martin, who has written and worked with En Vogue, SWV, Monica, Toni Braxton, Angie Stone, Leona Lewis, you name it. And we collaborated. She's a producer on the album as well as a writer. I'm a writer. Also worked with Future Cut and Veda Nobles, who's worked with Amy. Lauryn Hill and Salam Remy. I worked with did Amy Winehouse and Lauryn Hill, and just working with real people who understood the vision of the album, and just we stayed true to making a good body of work that people could enjoy.
Did you have on the album? Did you know the sound that you were looking for, or did it take shape as you were recording?
Well, I knew one of the first songs that I recorded for the album was Sad Songs, which is on the album, and that has like this very calypso kind of soul doo-wop calypso feel. My family is West Indian, so I knew that was going to be a part of it, but each song developed its own life, and like I said, each song kind of has a different feel. Like some songs have more of a rock feel, some songs have more of a R&B feel. And what ended up happening is that I always knew instrumental and the music wise what I wanted it to be sonically, and I knew lyrically I always wanted to say something relative to real life. But with each sound, as each record came along, it formed its own body of work, where it wasn't like we were trying to, oh, we need another record that sounds like this, oh, we need another record that sounds like this, we need 3 more records that go more in this direction. It was like we loved the diversity of the album, and like, what I call it is like a consistent variation. It's consistently soul, but different variations of it. So for me, that was itself in the body of work. It formed itself, but it all felt like me, and that was what was most important.
Didn't go into the cookie cutter. We need a club banger. We need a ballad. We need a
No,
and
this
you
is something that you're going to be able to enjoy in your car with your families. In 10 years from now. Even when you're out of the club, you'll be able to enjoy it.
It's just like when we just play your song, right when it comes on, you're like, ooh, there it is right there. Ooh, bring me my cup. Because we're getting ready to get into some things. That's awesome. Please go and get the album. This young lady is so talented. You will love the album, live instruments. That's why I got to send a shout out to my man LeBron. We know that, that she was singing last night. She's got to sing tonight. And we were gonna try to surprise her and do some live stuff, but no, we gotta rest the voice.
It's heartbreaking for me because I live to perform live. I really do, and I've actually never passed up an opportunity to do something like that ever. But it's so crazy because I've been on the road for 3 weeks, and it's really taken a toll on me. Yeah. So it is. It's like vocal rest at every opportunity you get, and people don't, sometimes understand how, rigorous the routine is.
Especially for singers, not just people that go in and do the tracks. Auto-tune.
No, there's no auto-tune there. Not on this album, not with me.
Please go and get the album.
November 10th.
Ladies
in stores.
Love your first single. They were just like, oh, I don't know her name. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Don't give it
so we're going to hit that up too.
Yes.
Melanie Fiona in the studios. Thank you so much for taking time. God bless you. Rest that voice.
I will. Thank you.
And stay blessed.
Thank you very much.
Your station, Classic Soul. Today's R&B Groove 93. We have some winning coming up. Hang out with us.